Welcome to today's video on Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics for the syllabus codes 0607 and 0580. Our topic for today will be geometry, where we will be looking at the subtopic constructions. To begin with, we're going to go ahead and see the different mathematical instruments that are used to perform construction questions. The first of these instruments we've been given here is a protractor. Now, a protractor is a semicircular ruler that we have, which can be used to measure the size of different angles. Now, protractors generally come with two scales. One is an inner scale that you can see over here, and the other is the outer scale that we can see over here. Now, the inner scale goes from 0 to 180 and can be used to measure angles that are going anti-clockwise. And on the other hand, the outer scale also goes from 0 to 180, but the outer scale would be used to measure angles that are going in a clockwise manner. The next mathematical instrument that we have is a compass. Now, a compass can be used to draw perfect circles or even arcs. And what we see in a compass is that it would have a pointy end as well as an end that we can attach a pencil on. And we need to make sure that whenever we're using a compass, the pencil is well sharpened so we can get thin lines. And then finally, we also use straight edges or rulers to complete our constructions. And these can be marked with a centimeter scale as well as an inches scale. And we can also see that our centimeter scale is being divided into smaller divisions. And each of those smaller divisions is a millimeter. So we can use our scales, we can use them to measure centimeters, we can use them to measure inches, as well as millimeters. One of the most foundational constructions that we can complete is the construction of a straight line. So here it says that we need to construct a straight line AB that's 5 centimeters long. So how we're going to do this is we're going to start off by drawing a straight line. So you're just going to take your ruler and you're just going to go ahead and draw a straight line. We're not going to measure its length at this point. And one end of our line is going to be labeled as A. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our compass and extend our compass so that it's a length of 5 centimeters. So we're going to make sure that the distance between this pointed edge as well as the pointy edge of our pencil is 5 centimeters. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place this pointy edge on our compass at the point A, and then we're going to draw an arc that's cutting our line. And this arc is going to intersect our line at a point, and we're going to label that point at B. And if we go ahead and measure the length of A, we're going to see that it's going to give us 5 centimeters. So by doing this, we've constructed a line of 5 centimeters. Now, this can be useful in questions where they want us to construct triangles and they've given us the lengths of the 3 sides of our triangles. We can use this method to go ahead and construct those 2 lines and complete a triangle. The next construction that we're going to learn is the construction of an angle. Now, here it says that we need to construct the angle AOB, that's 70 degrees. So to begin with, we're going to go ahead and draw a straight line. And then we're going to label one end of the line O and the other end of the line with A. Then we're going to bring in our protractor and we're going to place it on this line, making sure that this line is aligned with the bottom line on our protractor. And then we're going to make sure that the point O is right at the center of our protractor over here. And once we've done that and we've checked that the line we've drawn as well as the bottom line on our protractor are aligned, as well as the point O is in the center of our protractor, we can go ahead and measure the angle. Now, in this case, we can see that we need the angle to measure in an anti-clockwise manner. So we're going to use the inner scale to do this. And we're going to see where 70 degrees lies on our protractor. So that's over here. So what we would do is we would just take our pencil and we would mark where 70 degrees would be. And once we've done that, we can move the protractor away. And then we can use our straight edge to connect the points O as well as the point that we've marked. And we can even extend that a little bit more. And this angle that is being formed here is the angle that we require. Let's have a look at how we can construct a specific angle step by step. And in this example, what we're going to be doing is we're going to construct an angle of 50 degrees. So to begin with, we're going to go ahead and draw a straight line. And once we've drawn our straight line, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to make sure that the protractor is aligned with the line that we've drawn, as well as one end of the line is right at the center of our protractor. And once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and measure the angle that we need. In this case, I can see that I can make my angle in a clockwise direction. So I need to measure in the clockwise direction. So we will be choosing to use our outer scale for this part. And I would check where 50 degrees is on my protractor. We would mark that using a small point using a pencil. And then we can move the protractor away, use a ruler to connect those 2 points that we have. And there we go. That's how we can form the angle that's 50 degrees. Next, we're going to learn how to bisect the line perpendicular. So what this means is that we're going to cut a line into 2 equal halves. And when we do this, we're going to use another line that's placed exactly at 90 degrees to our original line. So the question here is telling us to bisect the line AB perpendicularly. So to begin with, we're going to take our compass and we're going to place it on this point A over here. And then you're going to extend your compass so that it's a little bit more than half the length of AB. So we can just approximately measure this. We can just use a visual measurement that's in there greater than half the length of AB. And then you're going to place the point of your compass at A. And then you're going to draw an arc above the line. And you're also going to draw an arc below the line. Then what you're going to do is you're going to move the point of your compass to B. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to draw an arc above the line. And you're also going to draw an arc below the line. And when you do this, when you're moving your compass from A to B, you're going to make sure that you're not changing the width of your compass. You're using that exact same width. And once you've done that, you're going to take the points where your arcs are intersecting with each other. And that points are going to be connected by a straight line. And this straight line is the perpendicular bisector of your line AB. So let's have a look at how this is done by step. So initially, we're going to draw a line here. And then you're going to place your compass on one end of your line, making sure that this compass is a little bit more than half the length of your line segment. And then what you're going to do is you're going to draw an arc above your line and draw another arc below the line as well. Then keeping your compass with the exact same, you're going to take your compass to the other point, and then you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to draw an arc above the line, and then you're going to draw an arc below the line as well. Then you're going to take in your ruler, and you're going to connect those 2 points that are intersecting those arcs. And that's going to be your perpendicular bisector. Then finally, we're going to learn how to bisect an angle. So we're going to bisect this angle AOB. So this is AOB, and this is the angle AOB that we have here. And to begin with, we're first going to take our compass, and we're going to draw an arc from the point over here. And we're going to draw an arc that's spanning the angle AOB. And then what you're going to do is you're going to move your compass to one of these points, and you can extend the compass at this point if you like. And you're going to draw an arc right at the center right here. Then you're going to move your compass to this other point here. You're going to make sure that you're not changing the width of your compass at this point. And then you're going to draw another arc over here. And once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and connect the intersection of these arcs to the center of our angle. And this is basically going to bisect our angle. And for example, if this was an angle of 60 degrees, then once I've drawn this bisector here, then each of these angles that would result here would be a value 30 degrees each. So let's go ahead and look at the construction of an angle bisector in a step-by-step manner. So to begin with, we're first going to draw an angle over here. And once we've drawn our angle, we're going to take our compass and we're going to draw an arc that's forming this angle over here. So we can see this arc here is spanning my angle that we have over here. And then you're going to move your compass to one of these points between the arc you've drawn and the line of your angle. And you're going to draw another arc over here. Then you're going to again move your compass to the other point that's between the line of your angle and the arc that we've drawn. And we're going to draw another arc. And then we would have the intersection of two arcs, which we can connect with the center of our angle. And this line that we've drawn there is the angle bisector of our angle. And that brings us to the end of our video on constructions. Thank you.